Hey guys, it's Cameron Fleming with the Fleming team, and today we are going to be discussing our monthly market update for September. A lot of things have been going on in the Fleming team world for September, and also in Shayna and I's personal world. Shayna and I actually put our home for sale, listed it, and sold it, and are buying a new home. So sorry for the delay on September's monthly market update, but as you can imagine, the house has been in chaos trying to pack and get out the door in the first part of October. So I apologize. I don't even have some of my equipment that I usually like to use to make these videos, but nevertheless, I wanted to make sure that we got you guys out the information about what's going on for buyers right now in today's market, what's going on with sellers right now in today's market, and why Shannon and I decided now was the time to sell our home and purchase a new one. All right, guys. So first, let's talk a little bit about what's going on for buyers in today's market. And I think I have some good news for buyers that were really challenged to try to find a home this summer. And, that good news is that while we are still seeing robust buyer demand and inventory shortage in terms of what sellers are bringing to the market, we have seen homes get less, multiple, let me not say less multiple offer situations. Most homes are still getting multiple offer situations, homes priced 400 or less, okay? But we're not seeing 30 offers in on those homes, right? And so that increases your likelihood to actually win the bid on some of these homes as we head into the fall and the winter time. Now, we talked a little bit about this last month, and some of my predictions were that we would see a little bit of softening as we entered into the fall and winter months in terms of the amount of offers that sellers can expect when they list their home. So we're still seeing very competitive market, but you have a lot better chance of getting the home if we see 5 or 6 offers instead of 30, right? Even at 30, you could have an absolutely tremendous offer, and in one small little detail, or really the roll of a dice, can kind of lose you a property. So I think we have good news for buyers in that regard, where I would highly encourage people, if they want to buy a home, if at all possible, to go ahead and get that accomplished this fall or winter, because I do believe when we hit spring and summer of next year, we're going to see more of the same in terms of not enough inventory to meet the buyer demand, and it's going to be really tough to get a home next spring and summer. So if you have the ability to move, even though school has started and you're kind of back to your routine, I highly recommend taking a look at what that may look like for you. Because the competition has diminished a tad, right? All right. So let's talk a little bit about sellers and kind of what sellers can expect in this market. Okay. So my sellers in this market, and I'm going to really kind of focus in on homes that we'd be pricing, 400,000 or less, right? In this market, you can still expect multiple offers if we price the home right, okay? So we can still expect multiple offers. As a matter of fact, obviously we're heavy listing agents, in the last couple of homes that we listed in the last week or so, all have received multiple offers, right? They have all received offers over asking price, right? So we're still in a competitive market if you're a seller, especially if you're a seller that has something under 400,000 that you like to bring to the market. Now, with that being said, again, similar to what I described to buyers, we aren't seeing 30 offers, but here's what I know, you don't need 30 offers to sell your home. As a matter of fact, you can only sell your home to one person. And when you have a great listing agent, we really don't need 30 offers in order to get you an absolutely, amazing set of terms on the sale of your home, right? If you give me 3 offers, I'm going to give you, an amazing set of terms on the sale of your home. Okay. So, that is what's going on for sellers. We're seeing a few less offers, but typically what happens is the offers kind of come into tiers, right? You kind of get those people who, you refuse to pay over asking price, who aren't going to get the house. Then you kind of get those people who, really want the house, but, may still need some closing costs or something like that, or may only be willing to go over, a small portion over what you're asking. And then you have the people that really want the house, right? So whether we get 30 offers or 5, right? We're still kind of seeing those tiers come into place, and it's really based on how we price the home, market it, and create a demand in the market to kind of make sure that we're getting you the absolute most and the best terms for you. Okay, so that's kind of what's going on in the market as a seller. Now, let's talk a little bit about why Shayna and I decided to sell our home in September and purchase a new home, right? And we actually talked about this last month. And, one of the things that I always like to do is I try to take my own advice. And, one of the things that I talked about last month in the monthly market update was the likelihood that homes priced under 400,000, which was, the home that we sold, would continue to see a robust market, right? We would continue to see multiple offers come in on the property. Well, that's what we did. We put it on the market. We did see multiple offers come in, and I believe we were able to negotiate some really great terms. Now, on the flip side of this, and I think if you have a home under 400,000 and you're looking to move up, beyond that price range, right, which is what Shayna and I are doing, there is a little bit of softening, in that price point, 5, 6, 7, 800,000. The market is still moving quickly, but if you can move quicker than the market, which I think there is some slowing in that price range, then you can, get yourself in there to try to, negotiate what people might say is a good deal. And we are very happy with our new home. We think we got it for a great price. And so part of the calculus on, should we list now and try to buy a home was, yes, my thoughts around, what typically happens in the market around this time. But also we really just took a look at what's likely to happen in the future, and we'll talk a little bit about what we think is likely to happen in the future, which is we think prices are going to continue to rise, right? So maybe we could have held on to our home and prices would have rose, and maybe we would have made a little bit more money on the sale. But I think ultimately we didn't want to wait, right? Now was the time. Our home had started to not necessarily suit our needs. And so that was a big part of our calculus. So I implore you to kind of think, right? Does my home fit my needs right now? And, if that answer is no, now may be a great time to list your home and find one that does. Another thing that we kind of, took into consideration is, if we were to wait until next spring and summer, we're likely going to be fighting with people to try to buy a home again. And so if you want to, not fight another person to buy your $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 home, I think, now is really the time to get in there and make a move. So if you guys have any questions about putting your home on the market in today's market, feel free to reach out to me. We'll include a link to our seller's guide down in the comments below. We'll also include our contact information. So if you guys have particular questions that you'd like to ask us, would like to kind of understand what, the market would dictate for your home right now, please feel free to give us a call. We're here to help you guys. Until next time, peace.